Welcome to Story Hub, where stories and imaginations come alive.
The rain had begun hours earlier, seeping into every crevice of Port Harcourt like sorrow settling in the bones. Thunder rolled lazily in the distance, and each drop that tapped against the rusted window frames of Nnamdi's bungalow reminded him of memories he'd tried to bury. He sat alone in the living room, barefoot, a half-drunk bottle of Glenfiddich on the stool beside him. A jazz playlist played softly on his Bluetooth speaker, filling the room with notes that felt too smooth for the weight in his chest. May 12th exactly, 5 years since Aleruchi died. He hadn't lit a candle this time. There were no prayers or visits to her grave. He'd done all of that, year after year. But grief had mutated into something heavier, something quieter. Some nights, he heard her voice calling his name in dreams. Other nights, he woke up to the smell of her rose vanilla body oil lingering in the room, though the bottle had been packed away with the rest of her things long ago. The doctors had called it sudden cardiac arrest, but he'd never believed them. Not after what he saw. Her lips had turned an unnatural shade of purple, and there were deep scratch marks on her shoulder blades. She was healthy, happy, laughing that very morning. And then, gone. While these thoughts were still running down Nnamdi's, there came the knock at the door. Looking at the clock, it was 12:15 a.m. 3 sharp, deliberate taps. Nnamdi paused, his hand frozen around the neck of the bottle. No one came to visit him. Not this late. Not anymore. He rose slowly, eyes narrowing toward the door. The rain fell in sheets now, creating a blurry, trembling picture of the world outside. Another knock. Harder this time. He reached for the door, unlocked it with slow fingers, and opened it halfway, ready to curse out whoever thought it wise to play games on this cursed night. And there she was, soaked to the bone, barefoot and shivering. A woman, young, familiar. Nnamdi's breath caught in his throat. Her face. It couldn't be. Aleruchi, he whispered, voice cracking. She looked up at him. Her eyes, a deep caramel, searched his face like someone waking up from a dream. Do I know you? She asked. Her voice was hoarse, like she hadn't used it in days. I don't know where I am. I don't even know who I am. I woke up in a cemetery. Something told me to come here. Nnamdi took a step back. The hallway spun. His heart was thudding against his ribs like a war drum. She looked older, thinner, but it was her. The high cheekbones. The dimple in her left cheek. The tiny scar on her chin she got from falling off her mother's table as a child. It was all there. And yet, there was no recognition in her eyes. Only confusion and fear. He reached for the doorframe to steady himself. You can't be her, he muttered. This isn't happening. But as lightning lit up the sky behind her, it illuminated her entire form, and there was no denying it. This was Aleruchi, his dead wife. Alive, standing in front of him. And she didn't remember him.